everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, My-krobial world. Today we will talk about general features of fungi. Right, fungi, they varies from bacteria on certain features. Like bacteria, they are prokaryotes, fungi, they are eukaryotes. Right. Beside this, there are various other features also. Fungi, if we'll talk about fungi, they have ergosterol in the surface, right? Whereas bacteria, they have peptidoglycan on the surface, right? So this fungi, they have different features, right? Because of their what do you call features, they have been classified into a separate group, in that is kingdom fungi. There are 5 kingdoms of living beings, and fungi are placed in the kingdom fungi. It is a general term used to describe a group of eukaryotes, right? So fungi are eukaryotes. It is characterized by the absence of chlorophyll and rigid cell wall. So they don't have chlorophyll like fungi, and they have a rigid cell wall, right? They can exist as unicellular, they may present as a single cell, or in the form of yeast, or multicellular in the form of mold, right? So it is a separate kingdom. They are avascular eukaryotic organisms that possess membrane bound organelles. That is, they have membrane bound organelles. Bacteria, they don't have membrane bound organelles, right? Their morphology have, like, fungi exist in 2 fundamental forms. We have already seen fungal or hyphal forms, that is mold. Another one is single celled or budding form, yeast, right? But for the classification of fungi, they are studied as mold, yeast. Yeast-like fungi and dimorphic fungi. Dimorphic, they are exist in 2 forms, right? Dimorphic fungi, 2 form, yeast form and mold form, based on temperature, right? Most fungi grow as tubular filaments, hyphae. A connected mass of hyphae is called mycelium. Hyphae, there is plenty of hyphae, right? They are known as mycelium. A rigid cell wall surrounds the protoplasm of the hyphae wall. The walls of hyphae are reinforced by chitin, right? They can exist both as unicellular and multicellular. We have already seen yeast is a unicellular while the mold is multicellular and filamentous. All are achlorophyllous. That means fungi, they don't have chlorophyll, right? There are few bacteria which have bacteriochlorophyll, right? Purple and green bacteria, right? They have they are photosynthetic, but fungi, they are not photosynthetic. They are achlorophyllous. They lack chloroplast. Fungi are never autotrophs. They cannot prepare food by their own. That means they are heterotrophs, right? Or saprophytes, but never autotrophs, because they don't have chlorophyll or chloroplast. Their mode of nutrition is generally absorptive. They absorb the nutrition from the surface. If suppose they are saprophytic, that means sapro, dead decaying, they are growing on the dead decaying matter. So if they are grown on the dead decaying matter, so by using their hyphae, they'll absorb the nutrition from those dead decaying matter, right? So these organisms grow as saprophytes. Sapro, dead. Phyte means plant. Sapro, dead. That means they are growing on the dead decaying matter, right? Dead saprophytes and decompose dead organic matter. Fungi are organotropic heterotrophs. Organotropic means they need organic carbon. They need organic carbon like methane, butane, but they don't need environmental carbon, right, for preparing food. Heterotrophs, they are not preparing different trop to prepare food. Hetero, so like by using different means, right? They are not preparing food, someone is preparing, right? Most fungi are saprophytic. That means they are saprophytes. They are growing on the dead decaying matter. And some are parasitic. Parasites, they are living on another host. They possess characteristic storage range of organic compounds. They have storage vacuoles, right, in which they store their food or other, what do you call, molecules like glycogens, sugar, alcohols, and lipids. Fungi grow best in acidic environment and they can tolerate acidic pH. Right? Fungi can tolerate high sugar concentration and dry condition. That means they can survive in extreme environmental conditions. Most of the fungi are obligate aerobes. Obligate means mandatory aerobes. They need air, right? And few are facultative anaerobes. Facultative is optional. If it is there, okay. If it is not there, again it is okay. But they are not going to die. That means facultative anaerobes. Most of the yeast, right? So mode of nutrition. Heterotrophs, fungi could be of two types, saprophytes and parasites. Parasites, they are living on another host. Saprophytes, they are going on the dead decaying matter. Okay. Classification of fungi based on nutrition. Nutrition, again we have already seen saprophytes and parasites. Again, saprophytes can be further classified into two types. Ectotrophic, ecto means outside, right? Ecto, upon, right? Endo, inside. Right? Trophic, food, right? So ecto, they will present, they will derive food from the surface. They will penetrate their hyphae or hostoria inside the what you call host, and they will derive the food. Grow on the surface of the dead organic matter, and they grow inside the dead organic matter. Ecto, upon, endo, inside, right? Then parasite, again, parasitic fungi can be classified into different types. Obligate parasite, right? They have to have live as an obligate parasite. They don't have any choice. That is obligate parasite. Lives only as parasite on living host, right? Host should be living. Then only they will take nutrition from there. Example, Puccinia graminis triticide. It is a plant pathogen. It causes smut, black smut, weed smut. Parasite, then there is facultative saprophytes. Facultative is optional. They have a choice to live either both, like facultative saprophyte. That means they can grow in the dead decaying matter. If the host, if there is no such dead decaying matter, then they will not die, right? They will switch their mode, right? So parasites, but capable of thrive in they are parasites, right? But they can also grow on the saprophytes, right? So that is facultative saprophytes. So these are the parasites, but capable to thrive in dead organic matter in absence of living host. If there is no living host, they grow on the saprophytes, dead decaying matter. Example, Taphrina. Taphrina deformans. Again, it is a plant pathogen which causes curling of leaf. Facultative parasites. That means they're optional parasites, right? They may live as a saprophyte, right? But if they will get parasite, they may live as, but if they will get a living host, they may live as parasite. Usually saprophyte, right? They will be a saprophyte, but under certain conditions, they may become parasitic. Example, Fusarium and Pathium. Fusarium, there are different species of Fusarium. Fusarium solani, Fusarium falcatum. Then there is Pythium, and then they also cause what do you call? Both are plant pathogens, right? And some of them also causes human disease. Yes, the optimum temperature of growth for most saprophyte is 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, while 30 to 37 for parasitic fungi. Parasite, if you will talk about we people as host, our body temperature is 37. So for to live inside our body, they need to they need to tolerate this temperature. That means parasitic fungi, they can tolerate, they will grow near 30 to 37, right? Whereas the saprophytic fungi, they may grow as 20 to 30 degrees Celsius. Growth rate of fungi is slower than that of bacteria, right? Bacteria generally, they multiply rapidly and grow within 24 hours. Whereas fungi, they need 48 to 72 hours. Cell wall is made up of chitin, right? Membrane consists of ergosterol, right? Fungi produces a unique form of tubulin in connection with nuclear division. Fungi have a unique biosynthetic pathway for the synthesis of lysine. Fungi have a small nucleus with very little repetitive DNA. Mitosis occurs without the dissolution of the nuclear membrane, right? So these are the what do you call major classification between bacterial and fungal cell wall. Primary cell wall is made up of chitin, that is which is the polymers of acetylated amino acid sugar N-acetyl glucosamine, glucan polymer of beta 1,3 and 1,6 glucose. This is fungal cell wall. There is one is primary cell wall, another one is secondary cell wall, right? If you will see in primary cell wall, there is glycoprotein, amorphous beta glucan, chitin layer is there, inner membrane is there, membrane proteins is there. This comprises the fungal cell wall. And then is secondary cell wall, which is made up of chitosan, amorphous glucan, pigments like melanins is there, lipids and proteins and enzymes which are included in the cellulose cellulase, which acts on cellulose of plants. Okay. Reproduction, they can reproduce both asexual and sexual reproduction. That means both asexual, examorph and sexual, teleomorph modes of reproduction is seen in fungi. Asexual reproduction by means of fragmentation, right? Different fragment of fungi will get fragmented. Their hyphae will grow into a new fungi, right? Somatic budding, somatic means soma means body. Somatic budding. A bud will develop, right? This is known as budding. Budding, right? Asexual spore formation, right? There are various chlamydospores, blastospores. So these spores will form. These are asexual spores. Then there is sexual methods: gametic copulation, gametangial copulation, gametangium copulation, somatic copulation, and spermatization. All these methods are sexual methods in fungi. Till date, more than 2 lakh fungi species are known. More than 100 fungi are responsible for human infection. More than 20 species are responsible for causing severe systemic human infection. Out of these, 35 species causes less severe systemic disease or right might cause cutaneous or subcutaneous cutaneous skin, right, or beneath the inside the skin infections, and around 45 species may cause superficial cutaneous infection. Some fungi shows a mutualistic relationship with higher plants, example mycorrhiza, right, with the roots, mycofungi, rhiza roots, fungal roots inside the leguminous plants, right, and it is symbiotic, that is associated with the root of gymnosperms. That's it we have in general characteristics of fungi. Thank you.